Ladies and germs, and welcome to this chat about Flash Season 3, Episode 20, the reveal of Savitar. So, if you have not seen that episode, or do not want any spoilers for that episode, or that series in general, please click off the video now, because there are spoilers for this video. So, ladies and germs, we have finally had the reveal of who is Savitar. My personal opinion, was on Jay Garrick from the start. Due to the fact that he was trapped in the Speed Force, he lost his mind, he was the right size and body build. But either way, the great reveal was a future Barry. Well, it would have to be a future Barry because everything that he knows is passed to him, and Caitlin Snow actually says that earlier on in the episode. But just for now, we are going to go back one episode to episode 19, where Flash goes into the future to speak to his 2024 self, and he asks that Flash who is Savitar, and he says no. Then we go forward one episode and we find out that it is a future Barry. But how would that future Flash not know who Savitar is if he lived that moment meeting with Savitar? Is it because that event hadn't happened for our 2017 Barry, which meant that when he went to the future, his future self also didn't know that piece of information because he hadn't lived it yet? Or he had, or ow, my brain hurting already. Anyway, let's not completely confuse ourselves with mistakes the writers have possibly made. Let's talk about what could have possibly happened to Barry and when to turn him into Savitar. Now, something Savitar said is you have to live a little longer to see Iris die. But then again, that could not have turned him into Savitar due to his 2024 self is still wearing a Flash suit. So it could have been something after 2024. And the evidence for this is that in 40 odd years, our Barry sends a message to the Wave Rider, to Captain Hunter, and says, look, there is a war. I messed the timeline up. I went back in time and did something, and now it is affecting everybody's past, present, and future. You can't trust anything you see or hear, and that includes me. Does that mean, and it slightly indicates that with this Savitar storyline, maybe there's two Barry Allens at this point. Maybe he created a time remnant of himself, and that time remnant turned around and went, no, I don't want to do what you want. Maybe it was that side of him that after Iris died, he locked away, and that just stewed inside him. While we're on the time remnant subject, I will just take you very quickly back to the end of series 20, where you see Barry create a time remnant to defeat Zoom. Then the time remnant sacrifices itself to stop that machine. Now, a few people have said that maybe that is the Barry, but the thing is about that time remnant is how would it have Barry's memories from the future if it spent the entire time in the Speed Force? It's possible that the time remnant was trapped in the Speed Force, because we had the same effect as it died from when they tried to give Barry his powers back, and he was also sent into the Speed Force. That is possible. But how would he possibly have then Barry's memories to further future wise past that point? He wouldn't. The only thing that is coming slightly to my mind is that maybe that time remnant comes back, replaces Barry, nobody even notices. But I can't see them putting something like that in. That's just too far-fetched anyway. So, something that Savitar says before he's released from the Speed Force through Julian is, "You all did this to me." Now, with that line, the only thing that I can think of is, had Flash then made himself so fast that it caused the burn on his face that we see here. And of course, that's why he needs the suit. But with that, he then thought he was a god and started taking down speedsters. And due to that, Team Flash had no choice. They had to trap Savitar in the Speed Force. But by this point, Barry Allen himself no longer exists. This Savitar entity has taken over, and our Barry as we know it does not exist anymore. And they just see, look, we have to do this or he's going to destroy the world. Which means at some point, our loving, kind Barry that helps everybody out is going to turn down a path he cannot stop. Which I would hate to see happen, but at the same time, I'm going to love to see it happen. To see how they're going to show this transition between good Barry into this dark Savitar that wants to kill every speedster, so he is the only speedster in the multiverse. Because if the comic books have told us anything, and I only know this from watching other people's videos, is that Savitar actually does either recruits the speedster from other Earths or kills them. It's as simple as that with Savitar. You either join me or die. I don't know if they're going to do this with this, but by the guess that they are going to keep... no, they're going to kill Savitar off by the end of the series, or at least trap him. But then again, when is this going to happen? When is Barry going to when are we going to start seeing Barry turn into Savitar? When are we going to start seeing the glimpses of him turning into Savitar? Okay, ladies and germs, I'm going to leave it there for this episode due to I could talk about this all day long and try and give you 1,000 different theories that how Barry turns into Savitar and when in his timeline this happens to him. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear some of your theories. I will write some of the theories down and I will make another video and discuss these theories with you and for what you think may happen with Barry. But I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I do hope it's given you a lot to think about the Flash series, Season 3, and the next few seasons coming up. But that's all the time I've got for now. I've been Joker, and I will see you in a mini money mo.